Brand new Netflix series that just hit the streaming service this past weekend. The show is created by the four creators of the very successful Netflix show Big Mouth: Jennifer Flackett, Andrew Goldberg, Nick Kroll, and Mark Levin. This show stars four animals in the leading roles. Zach Woods voices Josh, someone who is struggling after his hibernation. His wife left him after he overslept during hibernation. He's struggling to find another mate to hibernate with. We follow Ray, played by Nick Kroll, who just wants to have sex as much as possible, as well as help his best friend Josh. We have Fawn, who's voiced by June Diane Raphael, who's also trying to figure out her romantic life involving a wolf in the show. And we follow Penelope, played by Sabrina Jellies, hope I'm saying her name right, who's also trying to understand her sexuality and if that fits well in the woods. This is another raunchy animated show for Netflix. The episodes are 10 episodes long. The shortest episode is 25 minutes, the longest episode being 28 minutes. So welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max, and we're talking Mating Season on Netflix. And I wouldn't say I was pumped for this show, but I was excited. If you're new to the channel, I have covered the last 3 or 4 seasons of Big Mouth, and even the 2 seasons of Human Resources. And I love Big Mouth. I love Nick Kroll's style of humor. Raunchy humor like this is just very rare in Hollywood today, and Nick Kroll has brought out this now niche that has lasted 9 years on Netflix. But I was definitely excited to watch Mating Season to see his new outing, because if you're not familiar, Big Mouth officially ended last year, both its spin-off shows and its home base, the original Big Mouth show. So this is Nick Kroll's next attempt at humor, and I thought it was a very enjoyable 10-episode watch. This is definitely harmless, raunchy comedy that had me laughing pretty much throughout the entire series. Now, I will say, for people out there who are going to probably compare this to Big Mouth, I definitely do not like this show as much as Big Mouth. I think what really hurts this show compared to Big Mouth is obviously relatability. In Big Mouth, yes, they're very outrageous, over-the-top things. There were horror monsters, there were characters, there were ghosts, there were all these different things at play. But at the center core of each season of Big Mouth were very relatable situations that most of us experience going through puberty. Maybe we don't have as many raunchy friends or raunchy parents or adults or anything like that around us, but I think we could relate to a lot of the situations that were going on in those seasons of Big Mouth. Obviously, when you get to a show like Mating Season, there's not much to relate to. We're kind of just watching animals trying to find their mate. You have a bear struggling to find one after his wife left him. You have 2 where Penelope is this lesbian fox, and she's trying to understand if there's other lesbian animals in this area. Fawn is trying to figure out if this wolf is really the right person for her. She likes being single. And then Ray is just this raccoon that just wants to have sex at all times, while he's also struggling to find someone who is compatible with him at the same time. And again, these are not relatable situations. These are animals having sex. And so I think a lot of the heart and soul maybe of what made some of those earlier seasons of Big Mouth so special are not here in Mating Season, but that does not make this such a fun watch. Each episode is definitely also very formulaic. It feels like each episode, each of our characters begin with a possible blossoming romance. The episodes usually end with them all just being single again, sitting at a table, laughing about what happened. I would say 6 to 7 of those episodes are kind of like that, very formulaic. But for me, it's harmless humor. The humor is quite clever, especially in those earlier episodes where they're establishing the relationship between our animals that we're following and humans, our animals, and the way they're interacting with these other animals on the show. You're seeing a lot of, let's just say, unique animal combinations as pertains to romance that I found very enjoyable. Ray was easily my favorite character on the show, voiced by Kroll. And Kroll's not doing this over-the-top, ridiculous voice. He's just doing his own voice as Ray. But he is a really, really funny character. He has a really funny arc where he's falling in love with a goose, I'll just say that. And things can go off the rails in that episode, and that kind of derails him the whole season. Also, there's a subplot involving Ray and his mother who comes in for an episode. Really funny stuff as well. I thought Fawn was also a really good character here on the show. She's very lost at the beginning of the season. Her mother died. She's loving people she probably shouldn't be in love with at this point, but she's trying to find herself. And if singles being a good option, or this wolf, George, who she's friends with throughout the show, if that the person is right for her. I thought they did a good job with Fawn and Ray in particular. Josh, I thought, was a fascinating character in the first like 2 or 3 episodes, but his character is very rinse and repeat. He's kind of a doofus bear who's can't really, he's uncomfortable going on dates. He's uncomfortable talking to other female animals. And a lot of his stuff feels like same thing every single episode. He had a really strong first 2 episodes, I think, of the show, but as it went on, it didn't really go anywhere. And Penelope was a character I didn't really care about for the first half of the season, but as the second half and you get her backstory, especially that finale episode here in this season, really liked her episode. I would love to see her stuff continue into next season. I love this raunchy humor. It works for me. I was pretty much laughing throughout each and every one of these episodes. And it's harmless. It's definitely not as good as Big Mouth. It doesn't have the same amount of heart or emotional moments that you get in Big Mouth, but I enjoyed myself. I would definitely keep watching the series. So overall, guys, I'm giving Mating Season on Netflix a 3.5 out of 5. I am going to go 66% for the new Netflix series. What are you guys' thoughts on it? Let me know down in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon.